Secretary of State Antony Blinken's high-stakes diplomatic mission to China. Blinken is hoping to ease tensions between the two nations. He's the first Secretary of State to visit the country in 5 years. China's foreign minister says relations between the superpowers are at their lowest point in years. Hopes for any significant breakthroughs are relatively slim. ABC's Matt Rivers is in Beijing for us tonight.
Tonight, Secretary of State Antony Blinken stepping off this plane and into a series of high-stakes meetings in Beijing. He's the first Biden cabinet member to visit here, but with recent tensions between the U.S. and China over Taiwan and the war in Ukraine, both sides had already tempered the prospect of any diplomatic breakthroughs.
So we're trying to make sure, through better communications, that the competition doesn't veer into conflict.
The top U.S. diplomat kicking off his whirlwind trip meeting Foreign Minister Qin Gang, who called U.S.-China relations at their, quote, lowest point, according to Chinese state media. The pair meeting for nearly 8 hours, the U.S. State Department calling their talks, quote, candid, substantive, and constructive. Blinken extending an invitation to Washington to continue discussions after a number of close calls recently between the nations. Earlier this month, a Chinese warship coming within 150 yards of a U.S. destroyer in international waters in the Taiwan Strait. And just before that, a Chinese jet streaking past a U.S. military plane, a maneuver the Pentagon called dangerous and unnecessary. This trip the fulfillment of a promise set by President Biden and President Xi in Bali last year. Blinken was originally scheduled to travel here in February, but that trip was delayed after the discovery and takedown of that Chinese spy balloon flying across the U.S.
Rank 1, last one, the balloon is completely destroyed.
President Biden saying he hopes this visit can calm tensions between the countries, perhaps even setting up a face-to-face meeting for the two presidents later this year.
I'm hoping that over the next several months, I'll be meeting with Xi again and talking about legitimate differences we have, but also how there's areas we can get along.
Trying to find some common ground there. Matt Rivers joins us now from Beijing. Matt, it's now Monday morning there. What's on the docket today for Secretary Blinken?
Yeah, Lindsay, in just a few hours from now, he'll be meeting with China's top diplomat, Wang Yi. But the real question, will he meet later today here in Beijing with Chinese President Xi Jinping? The last time a Secretary of State was here, Xi chose not to meet with then Secretary Mike Pompeo. I do think the odds are more likely that he meets with Xi this time around, Secretary Blinken meeting with Xi. But until that meeting happens, Lindsay, anything is possible.
Matt Rivers for us in Beijing. Thanks so much, Matt.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.